DeSales University has fallen through the Earth's crust because of an earthquake earlier this evening. What? You don't believe me because logically we're standing here, aren't we? But what if I put that same statement into an internet program and here it created a fake news broadcast? Again, you wouldn't believe me because we are here. But what about my senile grandmother in South Carolina, who's never been here before, but knows I'm here today doing my speech? If this is seen on her Facebook feed, it is going to cause a disruption between what is truly reality and deception brought on people by the usage of AI. AI, an acronym that stands for Artificial Intelligence, is technology that holds the ability to perform actions that usually require human intellect. Now, this is the general purpose of AI, but the general consensus of AI is a tool created without knowing the bounds on which to follow. A dangerous leap of technological advancement that has the power to destroy our nation. Usage of AI needs to stop to continue to grow as a GOODWILL society. I can use a four-way Rotary test to prove it. Starting with, is it the truth? I can say with assured confidence that the results speak for themselves. That being the many issues posed in society because of AI usage. MIT did a study in 2025 that shed light on the direct connection between cognitive decline and the usage of AI. They were quoted saying that ChatGPT users had the lowest brain engagement and consistently underperformed. Many people who used AI could not retain any of the information they wrote, and the cognitive effects seem to be permanent. And while some students are losing important developmental skills by cheating, other students are having to deal with the consequences of their actions. Teachers are becoming aware of the impact AI has on coursework, and many of them have implemented AI scanning programs that do not work. Students are being falsely accused of misconduct. Take, for example, this speech. I put this speech through multiple AI scanning platforms, and the results varied. Some said 20% AI, some said 50% AI, even 100% AI. The truth? No AI was used to write this speech. This is a situation happening to students all over the world regarding their coursework. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, even shut down their own AI scanning servers because of their poor accuracy. AI has brought discipline on students who worked hard to excel because their writing seemed to be too advanced for the average student their age. Not to mention the sense of distrust posed in classrooms from the beginning. Before AI, we had a classroom environment built around the knowledge of students. Now it's centered around the fear of AI. Next, is it fair to all concerned? Seemingly, the creators of AI do not care about the cognitive decline posed to those who use their platform any more than they care about the environmental issues caused. These centers housing AI emit electronic waste, they are large consumers of water, and they rely heavily on rare elements which are often mined unsustainably, and they use mass amounts of electricity. When you ask AI a question, it is sent to one of their data centers and processes over 1,000 AI chips. But normal batteries aren't strong enough to do this on their own. They need two big things: water and electricity, and a lot of it. A single AI search uses more than 10 times the amount of energy as a normal search, and as a society, we don't have a choice in the matter. Because when we Google simple questions such as, how many cups are in a gallon? The first response engine is AI. According to UNEP.org, the cooling systems will then work to refresh the energy for future searches. To do this, they can only use fresh water, 300,000 gallons daily. This is water that cannot go back into the normal water cycle. AI also gets their resources from the community. So while many locals are losing clean water and power for their homes, artificial intelligence is getting more advanced. As of March 12, 2026, we're in a national water recession. Officials state that if we don't change our ways, we can run out of fresh water. These conditions are worse in states housing AI data centers. As we know, only 1% of Earth's water is able to be used for human consumption. This water is the same water that AI steals out of our mouths, like jobs from our hands. Will it build goodwill and better friendships? In the coming years, about 40% of jobs could be overruled by AI software replacements. CNBC articles state that about 7% of white-collar American workers have already lost their jobs. Now, this statistic may not seem like a lot to you, but what if you were that statistic? Or where's your family? Because mine is. My brother worked with the company all throughout high school, and when he turned 23, they sent him to a location in Florida. Everything was great for the first 5 months, until said company implemented AI for trade marketing. Because of this, they dropped many employees, my brother included. He was left stranded with no income, in a state with no family, and no warning. As of right now, he's still struggling to make it on a daily basis and fighting to find a job in this economy. We're at the beginning of a multi-decade development that will have major impacts on the labor market. So the chief economics had a research firm focused on economy and workforce. And these white-collar jobs, such as bank tellers or customer support, will get our daily dose of human interactions. Not only will we be losing money, but losing necessary social skills. When we exclude the human factor in our daily lives, we lose the art of small talk. This will lead to a massive increase in social skills declining. We build better friendships by putting people first. Lastly, is it beneficial to all concerned? The creator of AI is quoted in 2015 saying, "I think AI will kind of like most likely sort of lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, great companies will be created." His dismissal of the weight that these words hold is appalling. This statement was said over a decade ago, and we can see it unfolding in front of our eyes. AI was a software created knowing ultimately it would negatively affect our future. Now, when we go on the internet, which is many people's places to decompress after a long day, it is grueling having to try and differentiate between real content or just pixels created to imitate me. Now, it's not just weird videos anymore. Fake news is being able to spread mainstream and fast. But this is not limited to famous people and platforms. Do you have any photos of yourself on the internet? Maybe your family? Now, with AI, anyone can create content of you or anyone doing anything, which is time, AI, and the intentions to destroy your reputation. Our world as we know it is crumbling to pieces of what humans work for among themselves and being replaced by what some created for themselves. It is greatly beneficial to get rid of the usage of AI because who's to say later down the line in their career, I'm going to college for one bit of Jeopardy? What about when I have kids? What will they dream of being when they're older? We're losing creativity, jobs, wildlife, most importantly, the truth. And it poses the question, when will it be us? But it won't, if we stop supporting it and start denying it. Thank you.